Madama?
Sí, señor.
Okay, so let's give an update of what happened today. As you can see, there was a lot of volatility because of the FOMC meeting with Papa Powell down here. He was talking about um, the state of the economy and how they're not gonna not cut any rates. They're just basically gonna stay the same. And that's made the market be a little cray go up and then go down. Therefore, you see this crazy volatility of close to 8%. Because of that and him talking, it caused the market to kind of tankety tank, especially the NASDAQ, which went down greater than 2%, S&P 500 close to 2%, and the Dow Jones, which I guess was the winner of these losers, close to 1%. For tomorrow, Thursday, it looks like we're doing a little bounce up, but it's not by that much. As you can see, it's a tenth of a percent, 20%, 20 of a percent, and futures of the NASDAQ 0.30%. And then the US tenor moves slightly down. So that's it for tomorrow. And people should read this article. Maybe we'll read it later. Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the winners. The winner of the day was and only one, Boeing, and it had earnings today. And you will see that everything was down except this. Boeing had um, good earnings, even though they're losing, I guess they're losing money still, but it was better than projected. Um, we still like this level here at 200. It did a little gap up. Let's see if it bounces back, if it goes and bounces down to get into Boeing at some point. Intel was second place, which I was surprised because most of the chips kind of went down. Netflix um, kind of stay flat if you really look at it at the candle itself. And you can see that it went down at the end of the day. It's ASML, another chip stock, basically was flat for most of the day, picked up at around 245, went down, and then went up and down and kind of stay flattish near VWAP. Walmart uh didn't really do that much. It went down a little bit, but then it just kind of hovered for most of the day at VWAP, if you ask me, near VWAP. Went down a little bit, and then this was the momentum of the market, which caused it to go down. But you can see it went back up to this level in the post market. For the losers, was Google. I believe it had earnings today or yesterday. No, it had yesterday. Um, this one cray down today, kinda. And I would say it was mostly because of the momentum of the market and also the FOMC meeting bringing everything down. The bank, EBC, this went down a lot, close to 6%. I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting it to go this down this much, but we kind of like it to go down as we are looking to buy this at a better price. So it did a little reversal, but it's still near this area, this $14 area. Let's see if it breaks this level, this area of support, and continues to go down. But the banks have been strong lately, especially those big banks, Bank of America. But this is sort of a regional bank. and I heard some choppiness in regarding those. So who knows? It could go down, but I mostly believe it could just hit that $16 level before it goes down. As you can see, the earnings weren't great, but they're still making money. Square, we don't really trade that. My Caro, I had some crazy orders up here, but they never took it. And it looks like it's starting to go down, but that was because of today, which is good because they rejected the 200 and the 50, which is good because then if it gets down here, it's gonna break down from there. So we from here downward, that's about $14. So you can jump on this. This is a good one to short. I like shorting Cara. Open, somebody did fabulous on this, got a really great price, shorted it down. It's below the 50 at the moment, but it's still slightly above the 200. The reason it went down so much, up and then down, especially at the end of the day, was because of the FOMC meeting, and the rates affect the housing market. And this is kind of linked to the housing market, so it kind of went down. It's very close to my area, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to break even and make some money. I have it
It did
out.
a nice dive right at closing. If you move it up, and it got to like your Perseo, uh, like the first half hour. Yeah, you got to move it to the left, but it did uh, a nice little dip.
It got to the price, but it went back up.
Yes,
So yeah, it did it for a second. It was just a second, and then it went back up.
yes.
As I predicted, was my prediction. I knew we'd get to 336 and bounce out. So I was right.
I would have got put a price in there because I think it probably will pop up a little bit back tomorrow, and
Hmm.
I think I may average in. I got 1,000 shares now, but I want to average in and see what I can get for Perseo.
Sure, that sounds good.
I really like this open. It's been super.
It's been fortuitous, and I like it too. I just think hopefully it does like maybe dips a little bit in the pre-market. Maybe I can get out and then get back in. But at the moment, I'm just still holding it until it gets past my I've been patient with it and like been watching it. So hopefully it continues on its downward spiral. Piton has earnings tomorrow. It went up again, as I told you, it would get to my price and then it would bounce back up. I did a little cray wick, so if somebody jumped into this and then went back down. Um, Earnings is tomorrow. They've been losing money every single time they have missed earnings. So the pattern is uh, missing earnings, missing earnings, and hopefully it misses earnings again, which I think it will do. Azo, um, this is a good buying opportunity for this stock if you're crazy and just have this amount of money. Because it's gonna, these little dips that it does, it's just like, hey, I'm just giving somebody an opportunity to get something, and then it's gonna skyrocket up to the sky because this thing doesn't stop going up. Um, Dix went down, but it's still in this level here. It went down because of the market, but it's still hovering in this level. We'll see what happens if it goes down or it continues up, a breakout. So as I said, it keeps touching this level, and it should go up, but time will tell. I could be wrong. Beyond Meat has earnings in 22 days. If I get rid of some of my Open and Piton, I may consider this because this thing is gonna, go to Gutterland as well. Fresh Pet, no comment. This thing has been persistently going up for some reason. People buying fresh food for dogs. and they have been doing kind of well, trying to lose the expense sort of thing and trying to make money here. So we shall see what happens with the pet food, but we don't have a future in this, and that's why we are going short. But so far, the trend has proved us wrong. So time will tell when this gets really dumped down. At the moment, we're still in kind of trouble with this. Softy, congratulations to us people who shorted this. They did amazing and great. Hopefully it continues and maybe gets to the 50 period line. This was a fabulous, somebody projected this top and got it almost. So, and then it just went downhill the rest of the day. And you had a little chance even at the end of the day to pick it back up here at 404 and down. Nikete, um, had a little like, issue due to Adidas, and it just went to gutterland. Basically, it just dumped down. And this was around 12:45. It was doing fine for the most part. It was hovering around VWAP, and then it just took a dumpster dive, and it picked up a little bit, and then it did the dumpster dive with the market. So
In
hey,
the
if we
last
get
few days, this thing had been maintaining itself, and it had popped up a little bit the last couple days. So,
yes,
um,
and now it reversed the gains. See if you can get it at 100.
at
If it goes to 100 tomorrow or below 99, then try to get it there. We really like that 90 level, but who knows? Hopefully it doesn't get there and it turns around. But if you see it around this level, between 88 and 90, just get some, okay? That's a really good deal. Sam, we'll skip that. We have some shares in that, which we don't want to talk about because we made a big mistake trying to think we knew what we were doing, but we didn't. DraftKings, still at the highs.
did, but when we saw it had tanked like more than the days where we should and more and way below our
But
level.
there was some other news we weren't aware of,
Yes.
so it was our fault. We should have done more due diligence, and we didn't.
But why did
So,
we stay in when it had went way past our levels?
huh?
We stayed in it when it went past our levels. We shouldn't have done that.
Of course, because like we said, we're stubborn and we should have just KAT, but we refuse to lose the money and we just keep on being stubborn. So, and it was a lot of money at the time, when we were first beginning. So it would have been like, okay, so here we have DraftKings current price 39.40. The trend is doing a smiley face upward momentum. This is really good. There's no support here. So the next level that it could get to is 50. So hopefully it does because it's been up and down, like trickling there. But I think it will, especially if the market continues on its a bull market. So yeah, I think it will get to 50. This is a good level. And hopefully whoever has it going long can
It would be
guess.
nice. We have a slight disagreement on it getting to 50 this year. I think it'll come back up next year. I
Mhm,
think it has to reset itself after the Super Bowl, but maybe I'm wrong.
mhm. Bank of America has been really like on an upward momentum since October, like everybody else. It did a little dip here. And now it reversed. It was an inside day for it, basically, again, with the FOMC meeting, which is not really good for the banks and stuff like that, but it's still kind of going up. I can see it getting to this 36, 38 area because it's a big bank and it has a lot of momentum towards it. And yeah, I think it'll get there. Unless, tomorrow it goes cray cray, and continues to go down. Chewy will skip, Vana will skip, not Uber, Uber, still going. It had two, maybe this was the candle that it's gonna reverse. and start going down. But um, it's at the all-time highs. Um, so yeah, it hasn't reached that 70, but it could. AMD, the chips were down today. AMD, very important stock. I want to get it, at our level here at some point. Hopefully it'll get there. It'll take a long time, but it's been going down the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Um, and even though it was a green candle, it's still going down. So yeah, the chips are not doing muy bien these last couple of days, especially AMD. American, good. It's continuing to go down, even though Boeing went up, because of, it is the winter. I like it below 14, so I'm gonna put a notification, which I did, to buy it, maybe get some few shares at 14, because usually when I get like a few shares, it starts going down and then we can average in at a better precio. XOM has been going up really strong and reversed a little bit today, but still it's even to what happened yesterday, just a little reversal. Still in an upward momentum. They had upgraded this to 115. So we don't see why I wouldn't get to this precio right here at this rejection area. Coin, we'll skip. We'll just take a look at it actually. Yes, the top here was sell the news, sell the news, sell the news, and it's been going down. Below the 50, still above the 200. Hopefully it gets down here. This is a really good price to kind of, maybe buy it. But this is even a better price, but we'll see if it gets there. NVDA, it's been doing a little bit trickling up and down, up and down, up and down. So it went down a little bit today, the little gap, but it was a very kind of flattish day. Where it, went up, went down, picked back up, then it did this crazy move because of the FOMC meeting, but kind of level set it here, and it's picking up in the post market. Macy's, we had this on the notes yesterday, and it would have been a good short if you got it up here at 1878. Somebody wanted to short this yesterday, and it looks like it's going down. It's doing bounces of downwardness. This trend is starting to pick down. So yeah, we can put this again in the notes, for a potential short. Tesla, 188.80. This has been having couple of bad days since this, it did try to pick up and then now it went back down. Try to go up, but the candle itself pushed it down. Like, get back down there, Tesla. We like this level here, so hopefully it will get there. EVs are in trouble, because people have really come down from earth and realized that these things are not as easy to maintain as originally forecasted. So tomorrow, Taco or Tractor Supply has earnings. So whoever is in this stock, hopefully you've been kind of tracking it. I don't know what to tell you, but it's let me see how it looks. It has been going up from here. It could get up back up here too. We'll see how what the earnings forecast tomorrow, what it says. Visa, we bought it at this level at 273 to short it during earnings. It picked back up, and now it's going down. But you can see the trend is still up because these credit cards are basically killing people left and right with those interest rates, charging them an arm and a leg and everything else. So you can see the trend is up, up, up. It was very choppy into 2022, very choppy, like you didn't know how to read it, but now it's just picking up. You can see higher highs higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, and then this like upward momentum because like so many people getting stuff for uh Christmas and junk, and it's at the all-time high still. So let's see if it gets to that 275 area. Oh, actually 280 area, and that would be a really good area of rejection or too short. The apple of my eye, manzana, aka apple. Let's see if it picks up tomorrow because this has been the last 5 to 6 days or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should do a little pick me up every time it gets down here. It does a little pick me up. And somebody told me if it has a lot of multiple days, usually on this particular day or so, it does a little pick me up. So we'll see. Oh, and tomorrow is earnings, so maybe it will pick up. Let's see what the news say for Mansana. But the big techs have been, you know, been kind of tanking for every time they have earnings, including Microsoft, Tesla, Google, and all of them folks. So I don't see why this wouldn't do it either. But like I said, this has been down so much, it could do a little pick me up, especially like, hey, I'm Apple, I told you, and it goes back up. Home Depot, it's your birthday. This thing is a beast. I don't know why don't we buy it at the zones that we have identified. I mean, sometimes we should just take the risk and buy a few shares. Because look, if we would have bought it here at the obvious level that we had identified, we would have been kind of like in the money. But we didn't listen to ourselves and we were trying to be cheap.
It was too Rico. I wanted to see, yes, you're right. You could have got it.
I said a few shares. But we were like, oh, um, we just didn't get it. So
I wasn't sure if it was going down.
but that's my point. I said at the level that we identified, we should at least get a few shares. We're not saying to get hundreds of shares. We're saying a few shares, maybe 5, 10. If we got 10, think about it, 10 to here. That would have been nice.
You're right. You're right.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to.
Isn't it obvious we had identified it? I mean, we
Yeah.
did the analysis and everything. I mean, we're dumb and we're not that dumb. We could clearly see it on the screen that there's a line there. I
Yeah,
mean, we're just trying to be
I
cheap. Oh,
see that.
let's wait till this level. Okay, we can wait forever. But in the
I'm
meantime, why don't we just get a few shares and see what happens? Even if it goes down, then we
I
can just
to
average in
use
here.
another account because for me, like I get antsy and just want to trade every day and whatever and just be like a day trader, swing trader. So I do have to use my cash account and I probably should be putting more money in so that I can for little stuff like this, just like when I got the Campbells, I got a few shares of those. Oh, I have like 24 shares. Okay. Just
Yeah.
just a test or whatever. And this
Yes,
is
because
what
this is, I mean, come on now. Like, it's staring in the face of like money. It's like,
I agree, but I just need to have another account for stuff like that. That's
okay, yeah, whatever you want to do is good. I'm just saying we should listen to ourselves because this was kind of like that, a good opportunity. Yeah, okay. But come on now. Look it from 276 or whatever. Let's say we got it at 275, 275 to 360. What is that, Leanne? Tell me. Times 10
I
shares.
don't disagree with you.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
I just need another account.
Sure. Lucid, it picked up a little bit today. It's in gutter land, but it's trying to do a squeeze up. So if this goes even above this, and let's say it gets back up here, just jump on it. It doesn't matter. Get 100 shares and short it because this thing is it's a scam. Okay, this is scamming people left and right. And so if Tesla, who knows what they're and is getting money, is being beaten down, what makes you think that this is going to be a successful company? I don't know, but I don't think so. It's a scam. You should short this. If it gets back up here to $5, write yourself a note, get 100 shares or more, 1,000, and then short it to $2, and you will be fine. Dash. See, it's still losing money, Dashy. This has earnings in 15 days. Hopefully it starts making money and picks back up. We'll see. This is another one. Riviano, still losing money, but better than so it got worse. So here, reported 108, and then it lost even more money here, negative 1.19. Yeah, it beats its estimate, but still not doing well, not losing money. So I'm just saying, I don't think people are going to be buying electric trucks left and right. I think people are still going to go get their Ford or their GMC, and that's it. And if they're going to buy an electrical truck, I think they're just going to wait until Ford makes one. So yeah, that's my opinion, but what do I know? I don't know anything. McDonald's, let's see, whenever it does a V like this again, let's see if we'll have cojones and just get some shares and call it a day. Dollar Tree, 28 days left for this to go to 100 or so, or here. That's our prediction. Usually it doesn't do well on earnings. Even if it has good earnings, it still tanks because the shareholders, for some reason, are scared and be like, oh, it has good earnings. Let's get out. Boom. And let's just buy it again. I think that's the trend for this particular stock anyway. And again, the chips were down. And that's it. Let's see. La 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 la. Z, Zoom, Lowe's, and Pepsi. We'll skip that. I don't think I have anything else. How many more minutes do I have? Let me go get my financial book. Okay. Before that, though, let's just look at the heading for this. Fed Chief Jerome Powell says a March rate cut is not likely. So here are the key points. I don't think it's likely that the committee will reach a level of confidence by the time of the March meeting to cut rates, Powell said. AKA, they're going to leave it the same. The Fed chair said earlier in a press conference that rates cuts will likely begin at some point this year. Some point. Stocks fell for their session lows as the Fed chief dashed hopes of traders who want the central bank to slash rates sooner before there's a recession. Okay, so we're back to that narrative. Recession. Okay.
I wanted to mention that
Yes, ma'am.
before the start of this review, I had sent you a picture, and you were like, "What is that?"
Can
And
you call me? Can you call me and tell me what it is later?
okay,
I'm just saying we should finish this
okay,
discussion.
you don't want to talk about this now. I see. Okay.
I do. I want to finish my thing because I'm running out of time for the financial reporting thing I've been doing.
I thought it would be good segue into our review. But okay, I guess
What?
not.
That's a good segue to what?
From our review, it will be a good segue from our review.
Okay.
But I guess
I'll consider it, but let me finish what
not.
I was
That
saying.
means a no.
I will consider after I read
All right.
the stuff that I was talking about last time on our financial thing.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I have a few minutes, so I'm going to read this paragraph. So as I had said before, key to accrual accounting is determined when you may report a sale on the financial statements, and two, matching and then reporting the appropriate cost of products sold and using a systematic rational method. So revenue recognition. In accrual accounting, a sale is recorded when all the necessary activities to provide the good or service have been completed, regardless of when cash change hands. A customer just ordering a product has not yet generated any revenue. Revenue is recorded when the product is shipped. Matching principle. In accrual accounting, the costs associated with making products, cost of goods sold, are recorded at the same time the matching revenue is recorded. Allocation. Many costs are not specifically associated with a product. These costs must be allocated to fiscal periods in a reasonable fashion. For example, each month can be charged with 1/12 of the general business insurance policy, even though the policy was paid in full at the beginning of the year. Other expenses are recorded when they arise, period expenses. Note that all businesses with inventory must use the accrual basis of accounting. Other businesses may use, excuse me, cash basis if they desire. Cash basis financial statements are just like cash flow statements or simple checkbook. We'll describe features of accrual accounting in the chapters that follow.
Cash basis is the easiest and simplest.
I agree. So who makes all these rules? The simple answer is that the FASB makes the rules, and they are called GAAP. Know also that FASB is made up of CPAs. Financial statements in the United States must be prepared according to the accounting profession's set of rules and guiding principles called Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, aka GAAP for short. Other countries use different rules, and GAAP is a series of conventions, rules, and procedures for preparing and reporting financial statements. So I'm not going to read the next thing because this is just like general information that is not point. But then we're in chapter 2 now, and then we're going to be going into the balance sheet, ladies and gentlemen. Balance sheet. This is one of the 3 important financial statements for you to know if you're dealing with stocks, slash equities, or just learning about the company and the fundamentals and the technicals. So that's what we're going to be learning every time. And chapter 2 is next. Okay, my friend, now you can talk about this so-called picture you were referring to.
So I just was gonna say, while your screen's being shared, you could go to Google and put in the name of the item that I sent you, which you can see that in the picture, and just and then that will bring up a topic of discussion, and there should be some videos, but
Trip tips. Trip tips. That's what it says here.
okay. No, go. Okay, go
I
back.
knew.
Toilet. Trip tips toilet.
Oh God.
It's not what you think.
God. Oh my God.
You can go down.
Why are we watching? God. This is next level. Okay. This is just
Scroll
next
down.
level.
You can scroll down.
Oh my God.
Let's look at. Scroll down a little more. Is that 49? So I guess let's go to the second video. There's no sound, right?
There's no sound?
Oh, okay.
There's no sound, Leanna?
No.
Oh, I know why.
Maybe because it was paused.
No, because I didn't share it.
use a toilet because it's something very
Can
personal.
you hear
But
now?
luckily, we had this trip tips folding portable toilet with a bag with us
Oh my
for our
gosh.
recent outdoor trips. It provided us with easy access to toilet facilities and maximized the fun of our outdoor adventure. Hence, we've decided to make a video review of it. So, let's dive in. After receiving the product, we were surprised to see how it looked different from traditional toilets, yet offering tons of practicalities at first glance. It seems like a flying disc and is surprisingly portable.
Um,
As we unzip the waterproof carry bag and bring the folding toilet out, we notice that it comes in 3 spare parts, including a secured bottom board, a well thought out side panel, and a switchable lid.
This is the difference you
We
see.
also ordered 10 single-wrap disposal
oh
bags
my
with dry
god.
trace toilet liners, which we'll discuss later in this video.
Oh my god.
Now, let's go through the building material of the portable toilet.
So, okay.
Except for disposal bags,
This
all
is
3
kind of
toilet
extra.
components are made out of
Well,
high-quality
it
ABS plastic,
and the
ensuring
reason why the
toughness, longevity, and durability.
front
They've
of
got a
this
black
because
color and
this is basically a tool for people who, let's say, for example, you're
Are in
camp.
advance.
Let's say you're advanced. You just want something to kind of that you can use. Oh, I don't want to go downstairs to the bathroom. I want something inside the room. It's actually really useful. But basically, for people who don't have access to a facility during the day, and they're relatively cheap. This one is not the one that I think is the good one. There's one that goes down like a flying saucer. Like it's kind of like it you can lock it in place and then unlock it, and it seems to work better than this one from what I can see online. So I think they have two different designs, but it's very sturdy. It can be used as a seat or a chair. Um, and when not in use, it can be folded down to a small disc. And I think that we don't think about this stuff because we're always, oh, we have running water toilets and stuff. But there's a lot of people in areas where, hey, um, let's say if you're roughing it, living in a tent, aka homeless,
Oh my god.
you
A
know,
homeless person is not gonna.
I'm just saying, if I was homeless, I would have something like this.
If you was homeless, you would not be buying this
Why not? Why would I? I would need it.
because you would not have any money.
Well, homeless people get money for other stuff, so
That's what I'm saying. They would not use this for this toilet. They would use it for their other vices.
yeah. But if I was homeless, I would want to live decent.
Leanna, you're
Live-
not gonna be homeless, and if you become homeless, I will take you to a mental institution until you can break your spell of being homeless. And that's it, okay? You're not gonna be homeless, so stop saying that, Kai.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, if this is a product for people who are basically camping or for whatever,
Okay, yeah, that's better. That's better. If you
they
was
don't
camping
have
or you were
facilities.
in a van, then
They're
yes.
traveling. They don't have facilities.
Yes, this
We
is the
have 1
perfect
minute, but I
this
just
is the
wanted to.
perfect this is perfect for people who like to go out, be outdoors, who live in vans or
It's
you
better
know.
than squatting into a
But for this is not for a homeless person. This is for hiking people, van people,
yes.
expeditioners, and I think it's a great thing because it's very simple and you can resolve the issue quickly,
It's light.
and it's light, and it's
It
awesome.
folds up,
And
and
this would be very great if you have kids and you like hiking and stuff. And instead of
yeah,
saying, "Oh my gosh, Mom,